Okay, students, welcome back to the next session, that is chapter 7, NCERT textbook, chapter 7, structural organization in animals. In this session, we will see 25 bits. Okay, first, animal tissues. In this one, the term tissue was introduced by which of the following scientists? See, generally here Robert Hooke was the first observed cell through microscope as dead cells. Robert Hooke. Okay, he observed cell first time through microscope as dead cells. So according to the question, he is not a correct person. Bichet. Bichet. So Bichet introduced the term tissue, and is known as founder of animal histology. Bichet, he is the founder of animal histology. Animal histology. Okay, that's all. So the term tissue was given by the Bichet. Okay, so for the first question, the correct option is second option. Okay, that's all. Mayer coined the term histology. Mayer coined the term histology. Okay, that's all. He is the fourth. Mayer coined the term histology. Next, third option, Reisk. He's the scientist Reisk. Introduced the term epithelium. So according to the question, the correct option is second option is correct option. Next, second bit. Presence of tissues in a multicellular organisms ensures. See, presence of tissues in multicellular organisms ensures. See, what it can ensure? Faster development. So due to the presence of tissue in multicellular organisms, faster development, it is not related to that. So first option is wrong. Next, second option, division of labor. So presence of tissues in a multicellular organisms. So what happens? Division of labor. Okay, division of labor takes place. Second option is right option. Higher reproductive potential. So for the presence of tissues in multicellular organisms, it does not induce high reproductive potential. For the question, and this option is not related. Body strength, it is also not related. So for the second question, the correct option is 2, division of labor. Generally here, tissue is a group of similar cells along with intercellular substances which are specialized to perform specific functions. Each tissue performs one or more functions of body. Thus, body of division of labor and contribute to survival of body as a whole. So that division of labor is correct. Next, third bit. A group of cells alike in form, function, and origin constitute tissue. Third option. So generally here, third question, if you will see group of cells with similar appearance and common function forms a tissue. Okay. So for third question, correct option is 1. So the group of cells does not form organs, does not form organelles, does not form organ systems. So for third question, the correct option is 1. Next, let's see fourth question. The tissue that external and internal surfaces of body parts in animals. Okay, so generally the external and internal surfaces of the body parts are covered by epithelial tissue, not the connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue. Fourth question, correct option is fourth option. Occurring as a sheet of cells. Epithelial cells occurring as sheets of cells. Epithelial tissues covers the outside of body and line organs and also cavity within the body. Therefore, the fourth option is correct option. Next, fifth question. Cells of germinal epithelium are, whatever may be the cells are located in germinal epithelium, those cells are cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelial cells. Okay, so generally germinal epithelium of ovary and seminiferous tubules is made up of cuboidal epithelial cells. So first option is correct option. So fifth question, first option is 1. So not a columnar, not a ciliated, not a squamous epithelial cells. Next bit, cell junctions like tight, adhering, stick junctions and gap junctions are mainly present between the neighboring cells of see here, neighboring cells of neural tissues. So neighboring cells of neural tissue is not associated with these junctions. So option 1 is wrong option. Okay, so not a connective tissue. Neighboring cells are not connected with connective tissue. So not a muscular tissue. So for the sixth question, correct option is epithelial tissue. Epithelial cells are held together by specialized intercellular junctions, which serve as structural and functional links between the cells. So that for sixth question, correct option is fourth. Fourth option is correct. Next, goblet cells. Goblet cells secrete. Goblet cells secretes. Seventh question. So mucus. Generally, goblet cells secrete a kind of a sticky substance that is called mucus. Okay. So for seventh question, correct option is 1. Not a enzymes, not a HCl, not a hormones. See here, goblet cells are simple columnar cells. Goblet cells are simple columnar cells. So those goblet cells secrete. Those goblet cells produce mucus because of shape produced during secretion of mucus. Mucus secreting cells are called goblet cells. Whatever may be the cells are secretes mucus, those cells are called goblet cells. So that first option is correct option. Next, eighth question. Pavement epithelium is an alternate name for, generally pavement epithelium, nothing but squamous epithelium. Generally, this name is not available in NCERT textbook. So no problem here. So pavement epithelium is also called squamous epithelium. Okay, so that's all. So eighth question, correct option is 1. So it's not called cuboidal, ciliated, and compound epithelium. Therefore, 3 remaining second, third, fourth options were wrong. Only the first option 1 is correct. Generally, simple squamous epithelium consists of single thin layer of cells like this way. Single thin layer of cells. Thin layer of flattened cells with irregular boundaries. Irregular, these like this way, irregular boundaries. The cells are closely fitted like tiles in a floor. So these cells are closely fitted like tiles in a floor. So these are also known as pavement epithelium. So these cells are also called pavement epithelium because these all the cells are closely fixed with each other like a tiles on the floor. Those are called pavement epithelium. So eighth question, correct option is 1. Pavement epithelium is an alternate name for squamous epithelium. Next bit, ninth bit. Match the following column 1 with column 2. See, squamous epithelium is combined with, generally, squamous epithelium, A. First option, let us see directly A. 1. Lining of intestine. So actually, in the lining of intestine, squamous epithelium is not located. So option 1 A is wrong. Let's see the cuboidal epithelium. So cuboidal epithelium is located in ovary. Already we discussed, it is correct. So third C, B2 correct. Third C, it is wrong. It is correct. So that option 1 is wrong. It should be correct all the options. So option 1 is wrong. Let's come to the second option. Squamous epithelium is located in blood vessels. It is, yes, it is correct. Squamous epithelium is located in blood vessels. Next, cuboidal epithelium, it is located in ovary. Cuboidal epithelium, it is located in ovary. It is correct. See, columnar epithelium is lining of intestine. It is first option, lining of intestine. It is correct. Ciliated epithelium, it is located in bronchioles. So that here 4 options in the second correctly matched. Okay, so that here for ninth question, second was correct. Okay, let's see third options and fourth options. Third and fourth. So in this third and fourth options wrongly given. Okay, squamous epithelium is blood vessels walls located. Okay, next cuboidal epithelium is located in ovary germinal epithelium. So that combination was not correctly matched. So that third option is wrong. Let's see fourth. So A1, it is also wrong. Okay, so among four options, the correct option for this question is second option is correct option. Second option is correct option for this question. Second option is correct option. This is the correct option for this question. Okay, man. 10th question, correct option. See here, brush bordered columnar epithelial tissue is located in. Generally, brush bordered columnar epithelial tissue. Brush bordered columnar epithelial tissue is located directly. We can discuss here small intestine. In small intestine only, this kind of columnar epithelial tissue are located. Remaining first option, second option, third options, this kind of columnar epithelial tissue is not found. See here. So the correct option for 10th question is 4. Okay, intestinal epithelium bear microvilli, which increase the surface area of absorption. This gives a brush-bordered appearance to the epithelial tissue, hence called brush-bordered columnar epithelium. Hence called brush-bordered columnar epithelial tissue. Okay, that's all. Next here, see which of the following cells of connective tissue secretes antibody cells? See here. So here four options given. Among these four options, mast cells, plasma cells, macrophages, fibroblasts are cells of connective tissue. Among these, plasma cells, second option, plasma cells secretes antibodies. The antibodies are also called immunoglobulins. Immunoglobulins. So that for 11th question, correct option is second option is correct option. See here, trapped dust particles are pushed out of respiratory tract by. See here, trapped dust particles are pushed out of respiratory tract through. See here, squamous epithelial tissue. So squamous epithelial tissue is not pushes dust particles. So option 1 is wrong. Okay, glandular epithelial tissue, it is also not pushes dust particles to the outside. So second option also wrong. Ciliated epithelial tissue. Ciliated epithelial tissue. Generally, respiratory system is surrounded by ciliated epithelial tissue, which remove the dust particles from the respiratory tract. Third option is correct option. 12th question, third option is correct option. Okay, compound epithelium also does not play a role in the removal of dust particles. See here, columnar or cuboidal epithelial cells bear cilia on their structure. Those are called ciliated epithelium. The cilia remain in rhythmic motion and create a current to transport material, which come in contact with the respiratory tract, which helps in expelling mucus and trapped particles towards outside. So that third option is correct option. Next, 13th question. Dense irregular connective tissue is found in. Dense irregular connective tissue commonly found in skin. Yes, it is correct. No need to discuss about remaining options also. Skin. In the skin, dense irregular connective tissue, who will found? In this, dense irregular connective tissue has fibroblasts and many fibers. Okay, so those are commonly called mostly collagen fibers and are oriented differently, arranged differently. So that this tissue is present in skin. 13th question, correct option is 1. Next, 14th question. The cells of connective tissue which produce histamine. Okay, the cells of connective tissue. Some cells in the connective tissue, those produce histamine. What are those cells? See here, fibroblasts. Fibroblasts. Okay, so see here, the cytoplasm of mast cells contain granules. Cytoplasm of mast cells contains granules. The granules of heparin and histamine. Histamine produces inflammation, increases permeability of blood vessels, causes contraction of smooth muscles. So that according to the question, the correct option is third, mast cells. Mast cells. Mast cells of connective tissue produces histamine. Okay, that's all. So fourth question, correct option is third. Remaining first, second, and fourth options were wrong. Next, 15th question. Blubber of whale. Blubber of whale is an example of blubber. So blubber means what? It is a fatty tissue. Fat tissue of whale is an example of adipose tissue. Direct question it is. Direct question. Adipose tissue is an aggregate of fat cells or adipose cells. Each adipocyte is rounded or oval, containing a large droplets of fat that almost fills the adipose tissue. Commonly, adipose tissue is found in blubber of whales and elephants that regulates the body fat and weight. Okay, so that is the role played by the adipose tissue. So the correct option for 15th question is 2, adipose tissue. So areolar tissue is not involved in blubber of whale. Tendon and muscular tissues, these are also not involved in this process. So that 15th question, correct option is second. Next, Haversian canals are found in Haversian canals. Haversian canals are found in. Okay, Haversian canal is a characteristic feature of mammalian bones. In the mammalian bones, so Haversian canal is located. It is the characteristic feature of mammalian bones. These are present in the matrix. Each Haversian canal contains an artery, a vein, lymph vessels, a nerve, and some bone cells. These are all packed within connective tissue. Connective tissue. So that matrix of mammalian bone is correct option. In this only Haversian canal are found. So 16th question, correct option is 1. Remaining matrix of amphibian bone, matrix of reptile bone, all of these are remaining second, third, fourth options are absent. Okay, that's all. Next, see the 17th question. Okay, the protein which occurs in the matrix of bone. So generally, in the matrix of bone, a kind of a protein is located. That protein is called osine. Osine. In the matrix of bone, this protein is commonly located. Okay, so chondroitin, it is located in cartilage tissue. Keratin, it is located in skin. Globulin, so it is located in antibody molecules. Okay, so according to the question, the correct option, matrix of bones contains osine protein. 17th question, the correct option is first option is correct option. Remaining second, third, fourth options were wrong options. Eighteenth question, select the incorrect statement with respect to the structure of a bone. See, select the incorrect statement with respect to the structure of a bone. See here, what is the incorrect statement regarding structure of a bone? If you will see here, okay, see here, the matrix of bone is present in the form of layers called lamella. So in the bone, the matrix of bone is present in the form of layers. So whatever may be the matrix located in the bone, it is not present in the form of layers. Okay, so that option 1 is wrong. So those layers are called lamella. Okay, so that lamella consists of fluid-filled spaces called lacuna. Sorry, ma. Once little correction. So 18th question read, select the incorrect statement with respect to the structure of a bone. Incorrect, wrong statement. Okay, so see here. The first option, the matrix of bone is present in the form of layers. Those layers are called lamella. It is correct option. Okay, so next, this lamella consists of fluid filled space. That space is called lacuna. It is correct option. So the lacuna contains bone cells. Those bone cells are called not chondrocytes. Those bone cells are called osteoblasts. Those bone cells are called osteoblasts or osteocytes. Osteocytes. So chondrocytes, these are located in cartilage tissue. So that third option is wrong option. 18th question, the incorrect statement is third. The matrix is solid because of the presence of salts such as calcium phosphate. Yes, calcium phosphate. Due to this, it is solid. So fourth option is correct. Next, come to the 20th question. The most widely distributed connective tissue in the body of animals is the most widely connective tissue. The most widely distributed connective tissue in the body of animals is areolar connective tissue, adipose tissue, cartilage tissue, dense irregular tissue. Yes, areolar tissue is the most widely distributed connective tissue in animal body. Areolar tissue serves as support framework for epithelium. It is present beneath the skin. Generally, areolar tissue is present beneath the skin. Areolar tissue joins skin to muscles, fills space inside the organs. So that 19th question, correct option is 1. 1 is correct option. Next, adipose tissue, cartilage tissue, dense irregular tissue. These 3 options were wrong options. Next, let's see. The connective tissue which acts as an insulator and prevent loss of heat from the body is, see, the connective tissue that acts as an insulator. Insulator means what? Heat preventing layer and prevent loss of heat from the body is, what is that? Areolar tissue. Areolar tissue is not insulating tissue, so it is wrong option. Adipose tissue is correct. Okay, adipose tissue is specialized loose connective tissue which possesses abundant fat storing cells. Adipocytes, abundant fat storing cells are adipocytes. Adipose tissue acts as fat reservoir and acts as an insulator. Being poor conductor of heat, it reduces heat loss from the body. So that 20th question, correct option is true. So blood and cartilage tissues are not acts as an insulator. Next, 21 question. Both red blood cells, white blood cells are formed in, it is a very direct question, in bone marrow. Both the cells are formed in bone marrow. Okay, so see here in long bones, cavity called bone marrow. In some bones, see here, inside the bone, inside the long bony cavity, there is a space is present. That space is filled with a marrow, that is called bone marrow. Bone marrow cavity is present inside the long bone. This cavity is filled with a soft and semi-solid fatty tissue that termed as bone marrow. The bone marrow in some bones is a site of production of blood cells such as white blood cells, red blood cells, white blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets. Therefore, for the 21 question, correct option is 3. 22nd question. Which of the following cells in areolar tissue are phagocytic? Which of the following cells in areolar tissue, in these four, which of the following cells in areolar tissue are phagocytic? See here, 22 histocytes, fibroblasts, macrophages. Yes, these two. Fourth option is correct option. Okay, so histocytes and macrophages. Okay, in these cells, these two cells in areolar tissue are phagocytic in nature. Phagocytic means what? So they engulf the disease causing organisms. See here, macrophages are also known as histocytes. Macrophages also known as histocytes. Histocytes, which occur in connective tissue. Macrophages engulf and digest microbes, foreign particles, and degenerating cells. Macrophages, histocytes are acts as phagocytic nature. So that fourth option is correct option. Fourth option is correct option. Okay, 22 question. Fourth option is correct option. 23rd question. The connective tissue in which the matrix is not secreted by its component cells is. See here, 23rd question. Connective tissue. In the connective tissue in which the matrix is not secreted by its component cells is. See, skeletal cells, vascular fluid, dense irregular. See, vascular fluid is not secreted by the component cells. See, fluid connective tissue, blood is made up of fiber-free fluid matrix and specialized living cells that don't secrete fluid matrix. The fluid component of vascular tissue is derived from extracellular fluid. Therefore, 23rd question, correct option is 2. Twenty-fourth question. Which of the following muscles act involuntary? Okay, involuntary. Which of the muscles? Striated muscles, smooth muscles, cardiac muscles, skeletal muscles. See here, skeletal muscles also called striated or striped muscles. These are called voluntary muscles. Example, movement of arm, legs. Okay, that is. Next, smooth muscles. B. Come to the smooth muscles. Unstriped or non-striated muscles. These are called involuntary muscles. Example, posterior part of esophagus, stomach, intestine, blood vessels. Next, third, cardiac muscles are called involuntary muscles. Example, cardiac muscles in wall of heart. Okay, so that is it. Skeletal muscles also called striated muscles. Already we have seen. So this we have to find. Okay, see here, A and B is not involuntary. So option 1 is wrong. B and C are involuntary. C and D not. A and D wrong. So among the 4 options, 24th question, correct option is 2. Okay, smooth muscles and cardiac muscles are involuntary muscles. 25th question. In a skeletal muscle fiber, the nuclei, striated muscle fiber, in them, nuclei are located, diffused. Nuclei is not diffused. Nuclei is not central. Nuclei is periphery, boundary. Okay, third option is correct option. Okay, in the skeletal muscles, nuclei is located. Okay, that's all. So fourth option wrong. Third option is correct. Skeletal or striated muscle fibers are long, cylindrical, unbranched fibers. These fibers are multinucleate and their nuclei are peripheral in position, boundary in position. Okay, so correct option is third option is correct option. Next, 26th question. Intercalated discs are present in, see, intercalated discs are present in striated muscles. So in striated muscles, intercalated discs are not found. Unstriated muscles also, striated muscles are not found. Cardiac muscles, yes, in the cardiac muscles, intercalated discs means what? Two muscles are interconnected with each other by intercalated discs. So that third option is correct option. So in the neurons, intercalated discs are absent. Okay, see, intercalated discs are unique and distinguishing features of cardiac muscle. They are a dark, irregular, zigzag partition between adjacent cardiac muscle cells. Adjacent, nearer cardiac muscle cells. They have both transverse and lateral portions. Intercalated discs provide a firm adhesive and adhesive nature between the adjacent cells. Electrical coupling for spread of excitation as well as contraction processes depends upon these muscles only, cardiac muscles only. So 27th correct option is, sorry, 26th correct option is third option. Okay, that's all. Next, 27. Which type of muscles show peristaltic movement in the gastrointestinal tract? Which muscles? Okay, so which muscles show peristaltic movement? Peristaltic movements means what? So if you will take a stone and throw in the water, how waves are formed? Those waves are called peristaltic movements. In the gastrointestinal tract, striated muscles, smooth muscles, cardiac muscles, skeletal muscles. Here, striated muscles are not involved in this process. Cardiac muscles are not involved, skeletal muscles are not involved. Smooth muscles also called non-striated muscles, which help in breathing about involuntary movements in the body, such as peristalsis. Those peristaltic movements of food in alimentary canal. These muscles are found in posterior part of esophagus, stomach, and intestine, which undergo peristaltic movements in gastrointestinal tract. So that second option is correct option. Next, 28th question. Cardiac muscle fibers are striated and involuntary. Yes, it is striated. Striated means what? They have cross striations. Those are involuntary. We don't know when cardiac muscles are shows movement. Okay, first option is correct. Striated, voluntary. Those are not voluntary. Non-striated, involuntary. Not a non-striated. Striated. Non-striated, voluntary. It is also striated and involuntary. So 28th question, correct option is 1. Cardiac myofibrils have transverse, faint, dark, and light bands, which alternate with each other. Cardiac muscles are involuntary muscles. Cardiac muscles are involuntary muscles. Involuntary striated muscles. So that 28th question, correct option is 1. 29th questions. Gap junctions are characteristically found in. So where we can found gap junctions? So these gap junctions are characteristic features of cardiac muscles. Gap junctions. Gap junctions allow molecules and ions to pass freely between the cells. Cardiac muscles are autorhythmic intercalated discs. Those are located between the cardiac muscle cells. They contain gap junctions which provide channels between cells. The intercalated discs allows wave of depolarization to sweep across cells, thus synchronizing muscle contraction. So that cardiac muscles, second option is correct options. Remaining options were wrong. Correct option is second option is correct. Okay, that's it. Next, 30th question. Contractile proteins are found in not a bone, not a blood, not a cartilage, muscles. Okay, muscles have contractile nature. The contractile structure of muscle cells are called myofibrils. Myofibrils. Myofibrils are made up of myofilaments. Myofilaments are two types. Those are myosin and actin. Contraction occurs due to sliding of actin filaments on myosin filaments. Okay, that's our fourth question. So remaining bits explanation in next section we will see.